Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. My name is Paul Zemsky, and I am the chair of the Futures and Options Board of Directors. I'm so thrilled to welcome you to the Thank you. And my mom's not even here. I am so thrilled to welcome you to the 14th annual Dream Big, a celebration of opportunity. Dream Big celebrates the accomplishments of Futures and Options and our students, as well as the tremendous outpouring of support from all of you, which enables Futures and Options to thrive and expand. Thanks to your generosity, tonight's event, which is the cornerstone of our annual fundraising effort, has already raised more than $1.2 million. Thank you. That is just so awesome. I would particularly like to congratulate our Dream Big honoree, Alice Eaton, and our Dream Big scholarship winners, Layla Harrison, Marin and Marin Chowdhury. Raise your hands. Where are you guys? All right. So, also, thanks especially to Paul Weiss, who led this effort as luminary sponsors, as well as the restructuring community, who once again are incredible champions of Futures and Options, and I hope you know that we couldn't do it without you. Together, nearly 90 individuals and firms from the restructuring community, including many of them on our board, have raised nearly $900,000 this year to support our work. We could not do this without you, once again. Thank you so much. In this ever-changing world, Futures and Options mission remains as relevant as ever: to empower young people to seize opportunity and gain meaningful skills so that they can succeed in college and in their career. This past year, more than 2,800 talented young students participated in career workshops, internships, and training programs that Futures and Options delivered in partnership with nearly 150 business partners, all made possible by your generous donations. Thanks to everyone in this room, Futures and Options students had the opportunity to develop transferable work-related skills, establish the foundation of professional networks, and explore careers they might never have known were possible. We are so proud of their remarkable achievements. Last year, our students had an impressive 99% high school graduation rate, and an amazing 98% of these students went on to attend college, which is pretty amazing. Thank you. With Futures and Options in their corner, we know that these talented young people will achieve their dreams. Thank you again for celebrating with us tonight and your support of our important mission. Now we're going to get to the really good part of the program. It's now my pleasure to introduce one of our very own Futures and Options alumni, Sam Adrianzen. Sam graduated in 2013 from Yale, where she majored, any Yaleys out there? Where she majored in economics and minored in data science and education. She was part of the 2019 Futures and Options Summer Internship Program, so we know it works, where she worked as an investment banker analyst at JP Morgan. After participating, thank you JP Morgan, after participating in other finance internships in college, Sam started a career at Oliver Wyman as a consultant. So Sam, please come on up.
Good evening, all. My name is Sam Adrianzen. It's an honor to be here tonight, celebrating not just the scholarship winners, but also the sponsors, volunteers, and the Futures and Options team. Tonight is about dreams realized and dreams in progress. It's also about the incredible impact that Futures and Options has had on students who are brainstorming their future careers and have found their path through this program. Let me rewind for a second. I grew up as a child of immigrants in Queens, attending Stuyvesant High School, navigating a city full of opportunities, unsure where I would fit in. I loved math, presenting lesser-known stories or findings, and solving complex problems. But beyond that, I didn't have a clear sense of what doors those interests could open. The reality is, even at a school like Stuye, navigating the professional world can feel overwhelming, especially if you don't already have a network already established in the finance industry. But what I did have was ambition, but more importantly, an opportunity. That's where Futures in Options stepped in. When I applied and entered the Futures in Options internship program in 2019, my goals were twofold: get exposure to finance and support my bubble tea habit. Little did I know that this internship would do so much more. I embarked on my first ever group interview and attended a typical interview structure called a super day, something that was terrifying and thrilling all at once. During the actual internship, I didn't really understand what investment banking was, but I paid attention to the words I heard around the floor: follow-ons, convertibles, and initial public offerings. In college, I gradually increased my understanding with each internship, and this ultimately helped me set up my career at Oliver Wyman as a management consultant. I'm really grateful for the corporate sponsors and individuals today who believe in the Futures in Options mission, because your contributions aren't just financial, they're transformational. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here to celebrate our Dream Big Scholarship winners and finalists. Our Dream Big Scholarships, named for Futures in Options founder Barbara L. Christian and for Futures in Options former Executive Director Patricia S. Macker, honor exemplary high school seniors who distinguish themselves and embody important values, such as eagerness to grow and learn, leadership and service, self-awareness, teamwork, and appreciation for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Congratulations to this year's very impressive scholarship runner-up finalists, Bhavani Rupi and Tabara Nyang. Bhavani and Tabara will each receive a $2,500 scholarship for their college education. It is now my honor to introduce our 2024 Barbara L. Christian Scholar, Layla Harrison. Layla is a senior at Central Park East High School. Layla participated in the Futures in Options Career Essentials program during her freshman year of high school, where she appreciated learning how to craft an essay, send emails, and learn professionalism. After high school, she hopes to pursue a career in medicine. Please join me in congratulating Layla for receiving a $10,000 college scholarship. We welcome Layla to share some thoughts with us.
Good evening, everybody. As Sam said, my name is Layla Harrison, and I was recently awarded the 2024 Barbara L. Christian Scholarship by Futures in Options. Before I share a little about myself, I'd like to start off by expressing my sincerest gratitude to everyone who has helped get me here. From a young age, I've been lucky enough to grow up in an environment which pushed me to pursue higher education. My mom, who is here tonight, has always done the best that she could to provide me with the resources to succeed and even the skills to advocate for myself. She has always done her best for me, and for that, I am grateful. In similar ways, Futures in Options has also helped lay the groundwork for me to become the person that I am today. Participating in the Career Essentials program in the spring of 2021 taught me the necessary skills to become the leader I am today. Going in, I wasn't confident in my collaboration skills or my ability to advocate for my ideas. Career Essentials changed all of that. It taught me many things, such as how to craft a resume or an elevator pitch, which I had never heard of before. In fact, the resume format which they taught me is the one that I still use to this day. I continue to implement the skills that I learned from Futures and Options in my day-to-day life as I manage my various leadership positions. Today, I am my school's student government president, as well as president of a variety of other clubs. I am an aspiring genetic counselor and college-bound student. Much of this is thanks to Futures and Options. I truly believe Futures and Options has played an invaluable role in my life thus far. Thus, this scholarship is more than just a check. It is motivation for me to succeed in college and continue on. It is motivation to teach others the skills that I have used, whether in extracurricular activities or my future career. I plan to continue being the leader that Futures and Options has helped me become. Thank you.
Thanks, Layla. It is now my honor to introduce our 2024 Patricia S. Macker Scholar, Mehreen Chowdhury. Mehreen is a senior at the Bronx High School of Science. She was part of the Futures and Options internship program and completed an internship this past summer with Guidehouse, a consulting firm, where she grew her professional knowledge and experience in finance. In the future, she hopes to work in the business world and aspires to be a creative director. Please join me in congratulating Mehreen on receiving a $10,000 college scholarship. We welcome Mehreen to share some thoughts with us.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate all of the Futures and Options students, including myself, and the amazing Futures and Options community that have made this event happen. I first applied to the Futures and Options program about a year ago, right after being rejected from a leadership position at my school's debate team. That one stung. I remember doubting myself when I was applying to Futures and Options because I knew how selective the program is. I remember my parents comforting me, telling me that rejection only means something better is waiting for me in the future. I didn't really believe them then, but I took a leap of faith and submitted my application anyways, and was ultimately accepted as a summer 2024 intern at Guidehouse, a consulting firm. I can certainly say that it was the best internship experience I could have ever imagined, and walked away from my time at Guidehouse with a solidified image of where I see myself in the future. What was initially a fuzzy idea of working in finance became a true aspiration. Through the internship, I discovered the variety in the business world and how I can take my love for art and creativity and mesh that with my interest in business. This summer, I met some of the brightest people who became my very good friends and were with me through the journey as I learned about finance, networking, small business administration, and a lot of Excel. I remember sitting there for hours trying to figure out the shortcuts on the spreadsheets, and when I achieved that, that was probably the biggest goal I achieved over the summer. Even beyond this internship, Futures and Options continues to open doors for me. Thank you so much to everyone who I work with this past summer at Futures and Options and at Guidehouse. I'm so happy to be accepting the Patricia S. Macker Scholarship, named after a visionary woman who helped lead this great organization. She embodies the determined, headstrong character I aspire to be and is truly an inspiration. Especially as a first-generation American and the first in my family to attend college, I'm so grateful to have such support as I turn the page to a new chapter of my life and pursue higher education. I also want to thank my parents, who always told me to pick myself back up again and stop sulking. You both always believe I can do anything, even if I don't think so. I cannot wait to continue being part of this organization and will always remember that rejection only directs me to where my success truly lies. Thank you all for your support and encouragement, and I wish you a good night.
I have the unenviable task of following both of them. But let's give another round of applause to Layla and Mihrin. Both of their accomplishments are a reminder of the important mission of Futures and Options, which is to enable talented and hardworking young people to seize opportunity and gain meaningful skills so they can succeed in college and in their careers. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rupesh Shah. I'm a member of the Futures and Options Board of Directors. Not only was I a recipient of the Dream Big Award back in 2013, I'm also a proud member of the restructuring and distress community, which has supported Futures and Options so generously for more than 10 years. It is amazing to see the work that Futures and Options does in collaboration with the business community to empower New York City youth through career development. Tonight, I am excited to welcome and introduce Alice Eaton, our 2024 Dream Big Award recipient. I've known Alice for more than 15 years, and over that time, we've worked on a number of transactions together, both on the same side of the table as well as across the table. And I'm honored to call her not just a colleague, but a friend as well. Alice is the Deputy Chair of the Paul Weiss Restructuring Department, advising creditor and debtor clients in corporate reorganizations and bankruptcies. Alice was twice named as one of Law 360's bankruptcy MVPs, and recently was recognized as an outstanding restructuring lawyer by Turnarounds and Workouts, and named Law Dragon's 500 leading U.S. bankruptcy and restructuring lawyers. She is widely recognized as a leader in the restructuring community and beyond. But Alice is more than just an amazing lawyer. She recognizes the importance of being dynamic across multiple facets of her professional career and her personal life. She is deeply embedded in the restructuring community, not just by her profession, but in her charitable endeavors. Alice has served on the honorary committee for both Tina's Wish and Her Justice. Alice has performed extensive pro bono work for the Partnership to End Human Trafficking and the Children's Museum of the Arts. Indeed, Alice demonstrates how to be both a consummate professional as well as a deeply generous, kind, and charitable human being. Alice's inspiring leadership and impact are evident in the tremendous number of Paul Weiss colleagues here tonight and the significant sponsorships from so many companies tonight paying tribute to Alice, including outstanding support from the restructuring and distress community in particular. Alice, we're enormously grateful to you for your efforts on behalf of Futures and Options and the young people we serve. Now, everyone, please join me in congratulating Alice Eaton as our 2024 Dream Big honoree.
Well, thanks, Rupesh, for your kind words, and good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. First, I want to give a huge shout out to the students here and the scholarship recipients. This evening is for you, and I am very excited with what your future holds. To all the firms, companies, and individuals who gave generously tonight to support Futures and Options, I cannot thank you enough. Your financial support is so meaningful. The scholarships award tonight and the mission of Futures and Options could not come to fruition without your generosity. Specifically, to those of us in the restructuring community, when you decide to show up and do something big, you really make it happen, and I am deeply appreciative of all that you do. To the leadership team at Futures and Options, especially Carolyn and Aaron and the board, I'm in awe of your vision and leadership. Thank you. This whole experience is candidly very humbling, and I'm honored to be here tonight in support of this impactful organization. Now, to my colleagues at Paul Weiss, it's honestly such a privilege to call you a partner and colleague. I've often said, and many of you have heard me say, that working at Paul Weiss feels like winning the professional lottery. You're all brilliant, strategic problem solvers, and you make the day-to-day fun and exciting. Thank you for all of your support and encouragement, both in the office and here tonight. And to my family that are here tonight, my husband Greg, my brother Aaron, and close relatives, Nick, Kanika, I love you all. You really are the best. My parents, John and Sue, can't be here tonight, but I owe them a huge remote hug and thanks for all of their support, because in so many ways, I would not be here tonight without them. And my son, Andrew, is away at school, but he's here tonight in spirit, and I certainly wouldn't be here tonight without him either, because every day, Andrew inspires me to do better. And last, but definitely not least, Greg, you've been my rock my whole adult life, and this honor is as much yours as mine, so thank you. So I just want to briefly share some thoughts on the theme of tonight, Dream Big. It's a simple yet perfect phrase that sums up so much: continuing to dream, working hard to achieve our goals, and never giving up. Now, this is something I discuss often with my son, Andrew. How do we turn our dreams into reality? And like any parent, I feel my answers just don't cut it, because no one has solutions. But I have advice in what's made a difference for me more than anything else, specifically mentorship from others. No one who has big dreams can accomplish them alone. My advice is to actively seek out mentors and develop relationships with them. You need to find somebody who's willing to take the time, but it's also important to show prospective mentors that you're worthy of their time. It can feel so intimidating as a young person to reach out to senior people and prospective mentors, especially if you think you're nothing like them or you think you have nothing in common with them. But please don't be deterred, because the reward is so great. Early on in my career, I showed up to each job with determination and drive. I tried to project confidence, even though I probably wasn't. I reached out to people senior to me and told them I wanted to work and learn from them firsthand. I wasn't shy, and I worked really hard to build these relationships. I visit them in their offices. I tried my best to engage on their teams and contribute to their matters. And I kind of didn't take no for an answer, and I might have been a little bit persistent. But in return, I received guidance, advice, and lessons on how to function in a professional environment, which, when I was a young associate, that was totally new to me. I learned how to be a restructuring lawyer. I received introductions to clients, and most important, I developed lifelong friendships. These wonderful people who were generous with their time and positive attitude are my career guardian angels. And many of those folks are here tonight, and you know who you are, and I'm forever grateful to each of you. Part of the mission of Futures and Options is to find students, mentors who can provide professional guidance. Mentors can make all the difference, because they can turn your job into a career. To all the students here using the tools provided by Futures and Options, you will have these same opportunities that I had. Many years from now, when you look back, you will be thankful for having taken the time to develop these relationships. You will find your own career guardian angels, just like I did. Don't go it alone, and that's my advice for turning your dreams into reality. So thank you again, everyone, for this honor. I really appreciate your generosity.
I'm going to lower this about a foot. Thank you, Alice. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Silver, the Executive Director of Futures and Options, and it is amazing to be back at the Plaza celebrating with you tonight. Congratulations again to Alice Eaton. Thank you for your commitment to education and to Futures and Options. We deeply appreciate everything that you and Paul Weiss have done to make tonight a success, and we look forward to our continued partnership. Dream Big is a celebration of the power of community to change lives. At a time where the city, country, and world continue to face unspeakable challenges, I am so grateful for the opportunity to pause and together celebrate the resilience and passion of our students and the positive impact that everyone in this room has created. All you have to do is listen to Sam and Layla and Mayreen to know that when we expand opportunity, everyone is lifted up. Investing in the futures of young people helps us all to face life's turns and twists and challenges. Tonight's celebration would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of so many that I'm honored to thank. To the incredible Futures and Options team, thank you, Erin, Claire, Michaelin, for leading tonight's celebration, and to the entire Futures and Options team for your creativity, your kindness, and your stalwart commitment to our students. To our amazing board of directors, raise your hands, advisory council, and junior board. Woo! Thank you for your commitment to creating opportunity for young people, no matter their zip code, economic status, or personal circumstances. I deeply appreciate your dedication and engagement. I also want to pause to remember Futures and Options board member DJ Johnson, who passed away suddenly this year. DJ was a board member for over 10 years, and before recently retiring, was the managing director at Alex Partners. DJ was a huge supporter of Dream Big, and DJ, I know you're looking down on us right now and hoping that everyone's enjoying the open bar and buying lots of raffle tickets just like you did. A special thank you to the restructuring community, who are our champions. Together, you collectively have raised nearly $900,000 to support our work. Your support of Futures and Options over the last 14 years has been nothing short of transformational, and has enabled us to reach thousands of amazing, hardworking young people, some of whom you've met tonight. I particularly want to thank Mo Meji and M3 for their generous donation this year of $75,000 to our internship program in memory of M3 Managing Director Christopher Good, who passed away unexpectedly last year. For those of you who knew him, Chris lived his life robustly, working hard, having fun, sharing his joys with others. He was extremely dedicated to his family, friends, and community, and he embodied the values of Futures and Options with a deep commitment to education and mentoring and supporting younger colleagues. Thank you to M3 for this meaningful contribution, which has already enabled students to gain tangible work experiences. 5 students benefited from the Christopher Good internship program this summer, and this gift will continue in the future and carry forward Chris's legacy. And yet, there is so much more work to be done. For every student who applies to our internship program, less than half get matched to an internship while in high school. So let's right now, together with the power in this room, pledge to raise the funds needed so that every eligible student who wants an internship during high school can have one.